Well, it's called the Race for Equality and Change, an initiative of INDYCAR and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway to bring more minorities into all levels of open wheel racing. And none other than INDYCAR and IMS owner Roger Penske has waved the green flag for the start of this race. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill, over to you.
Gary, thanks. A new race team called Force Indy was unveiled last week, and with support and mentorship from Team Penske. The goal is to bring African Americans and women's mechanics, engineers, and staff, and perhaps most importantly, drivers to the IndyCar Series. And heading up that initiative will be the Team Principal Rod Reid, who has led the NXG Youth Motorsports Initiative and has more than 4 decades of experience in racing. Rod joins us on the program today. And sir, welcome. Thanks for making time.
Thanks, Bill. I love to be here.
Well, this is, again, Roger Penske hitting the ground running in every conceivable way, and the Race for Equality and Change announced in July, and now really putting some action into that initiative with this launch of the new team. Talk about how this all came about.
Well, you know, we were very fortunate to be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the NXG Youth Motorsports for the last almost 15 years. And when Roger Penske took over the track, took over the series, we had a chance to meet and to sit down and talk about what that meant for us and for the Speedway. And he thought, hey, we've got a sponsorship here and we've got a support with your organization. Why did this come about? And so I shared with him that our desire and my desire to do a race team like I did back in the 80s was something I would like to revisit. And he thought that that would be good to help the pipeline for those coming into the sport.
And again, we've seen other examples, Bubba Wallace, NASCAR, Lewis Hamilton, Formula One. But for IndyCar, you go back to Willie T. Ribbs. I mean, women have made inroads, obviously, in the IndyCar series, but you got to go all the way back to Willie T. Ribbs. So this is really, again, putting some definitive action and a plan that will eventually, hopefully, bring minorities to the cockpit.
Yeah, I think one of the challenges has been in the past, the initiatives that have focused so much on, as you just mentioned, the cockpit, didn't really look at getting African Americans involved in all aspects of racing. My background, I'm not a race car driver, but I've always been behind the scenes and doing management, sponsor development, and so forth. And so I think that's why this seems to be very sustainable, because we're looking at it as a whole, you know, more horizontally than just getting a driver to be in the 500.
And Rod, I mean, with the NXG initiative, you have developed engineers, mechanics. I mean, you put it into practice, and you've made it happen.
Yeah, we have. You know, we've had over 2,000 kids in the NXG Youth Motorsports program, and 2 of the people that I brought up through that program started when they were 12 years old. Are going to be a mechanic, an engineer, and others on the team, and we start Force Indy.
As we wrap up, let's look ahead. You're currently in North Carolina near Team Penske. You're getting support and all kinds of assistance from Team Penske. But we look ahead, and the hope is that the number 99, that beautiful car, will be part of the series, the step ladder series, when they hit the track for IndyCar in St. Pete in March. Yes, the
USF2000 is the series, and we're going to be ready to go. We've got all the equipment that we need, and we're getting the mentorship from Roger Penske, and all we need to do now is to perform well.
Well, Rod Reid, again, the principal for Team Force Indy. This is, again, a very exciting initiative, long overdue, and we wish you the best, and we can't wait to see your team in action in St. Petersburg in March. Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Gary, back to you.